Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in for some cozy coloring. Please just zone out, watch me coloring. That's what I like to do. And just so we have something else, I'm going to be reading some best of Redditor update stories. I like to do that as well. Please, if you enjoy content like this, follow, give it a like, but really just relax and find peace. This is the sort of thing I like to do after a really long day, and it's nice to just remember there are other people with problems outside of my own. Okay, our first story is from a 23-year-old female. Her boyfriend is 23M. So, boyfriend of 3 years is using Tinder, claiming to be looking for friends and hangouts. A single friend called me a couple of days ago asking if I knew that Dave was using Tinder, despite being with me for the last 3 years and living together and happily planning an engagement. I was distraught. Knowing what Tinder is and what it is used for, I was heartbroken. She goes on to tell me that his bio says he's looking to make some new and exciting, fun friends and looking to hang out, willing to travel a little if there's enough excitement involved. His pictures do not include me, despite 9 out of 10 pictures ever taken of either of us for the last 3 years having the two of us together in them. One of his pictures is him at the beach, shirtless, and a tiny man thong I got him as a joke. He cropped me out of the image. I brought this up to him and he laughed it off, saying that 1, my best friend of 11 years is a nosy bee. He did not say bee, I censored that. And that 2, he's entitled to seek friends and be social, even if it is with complete strangers. Basically, he completely invalidated my points and made me feel guilty for being upset by this, playing it off like I am being possessive. Since then, I've avoided bringing it up and just tried to get over it. He hasn't been out and about any more than usual, so it doesn't look like he has any takers yet. But this is just not sitting right with me. I'm upset and feeling betrayed, and I don't know how to put my point across without him invalidating it or guilting me. What can I do? Am I in the wrong for not being okay with this? I do not want to throw away 3 years over something that might be me being silly. TLDR, boyfriend of 3 years using a notorious dating and casual sex hookup app to look for friends with suspicious bio and pics. And then this is Lexi here, just gonna give my 2 cents. 1, if something's bothering you, your partner should care. 2, the fact that he immediately called your best friend a nosy bee, that's grounds for dismissal in my book. Okay. The relevant comments pretty much agree with me there. But let me know in the comments, do you think that anyone has ever used Tinder for just making friends? It has not been the case in my day. But here's an update from the same day. Firstly, thank all of you for your perspectives and advice in this quite frankly disgusting situation I found myself in. I decided I'd play dirty as someone suggested and made a Tinder profile pretending to be a friend with her permission, whom he does not know. I hit on him, he reciprocated and made plans to meet with me at a nearby coffee shop that we occasionally date at, minutes after making my intentions clear. Wow. In about 20 minutes, he'll be headed out to go and meet me, and I'll be packing up his shit, ready for him to leave when he gets back. House is my family's, he has no right to any of it. I deserve better. Quick 2 cents from Lexi. Some of the comments disagreed with this approach to playing dirty, but she tried to have a conversation and he was giving her the runaround. So in my opinion, since she didn't want to just break it off immediately, which is, I think, most Reddit's go-to trick. I think doing what you have to do in this case is fine. Just let it be. Okay, update 2, this is the next day. He sat at the coffee shop waiting for her/me for over an hour in the hopes to meet my, to be honest, gorgeous friend. Obviously, she didn't show up. Shortly after he left, I called my dad to explain, and I must have sounded pretty distraught because he came over without me asking. Dave came home to his clothes packed up by the door. He came in yelling, "What the F is this?" And unbeknownst to him, my dad was sat by me on the sofa and responded on my behalf, telling him in no certain words to get his filthy, unfaithful ass out of his house. I am glad he did. I think my dad knows I'm timid and prone to being pushed about. His face dropped when he pieced it together, and without a word, he 180'd and grabbed his bags. I know he has places he can stay and family nearby, so I'm not worried about him having no place to sleep. This is going to hurt for a long time, but I can never forgive that kind of breach of trust. I'm not the type of person to move past it. I'll allow him back to collect his pieces of furniture and such in a week or so when he is situated, but that's as far as seeing him again goes. I am also dreading a phone call from his mother, whom I love dearly. She'll be heartbroken too. Well, bye-bye 3 years. F you, Dave. So all in all, that's pretty sound. I think this ended as good as it could have gone. The only thing is, whenever he does come around to collect his things, I hope that she's not alone or she's more settled in her resolve. Because I feel like collecting the last of the items is where, if there's going to be a rebound, that's where a lot of it goes down. Also, feel free to let me know in the comments if you have an opinion on me censoring the posts, because on one hand, I know they say like they're only really checking the first 30 seconds, but I have no idea what's true or not, and this is mostly about being cozy. But maybe you like swear words with your coloring. I don't really know. But that was a story, and we read it. Okay, let's see. Am I the asshole? Well, okay, I already changed. I'm so sorry. I keep flip-flopping. Well, am I the asshole for getting an apartment next door to my friend's old place? Okay. Interesting. Hi all, I, 27F, signed a lease this week for a new apartment that I'll be living in with my sister in the town we grew up in. Our mom passed away a bit unexpectedly a little over a month ago, and we felt it was important to move into a new space and one that's closer to home. It's a shorter commute for both of us and the best we could find in the area given our budget. The apartment is next door to the apartment my friend lived in last year with her now ex-boyfriend. She hasn't lived there since they broke up last spring, and the ex-boyfriend no longer lives there either. The breakup was very tough for her, and she's had a difficult time with it in general. I texted her after my sister and I viewed the apartment to give her the heads up that we liked and were planning on putting an application in. I told her I was sorry for the unfortunate circumstances and that I knew this would not be easy for her. She says I betrayed her. I chose the apartment over our friendship, and I'm not taking her trauma seriously. I am truthfully shocked that she would come at me so hard when she knows what a difficult time I am having with my mom's passing. She was upset that I described the situation as not easy, saying that it invalidates her feelings. I told her I have to go to the house my mom raised me in, drive past her funeral home, and visit her grave every week, and that I know what it means to do things that aren't easy. She said the loss of my mom wasn't a choice, and that me signing for this apartment is. She's upset that I'm unwilling to put her first. I think in her eyes, her breakup and my loss are both traumas that need to be considered equally. I truthfully can't believe the utter disregard she has for my circumstances. She knows why my sister and I wanted to move. I understand her being upset about this. I really do know that the first visits might not be easy for her, and I told her that I'm sorry for that. I've had a really difficult time keeping it together the last few weeks with my mom, and this whole drama has put me in a pretty bad place. I told her the lease has been signed and she's obviously not happy. I think she wanted a chance to talk me out of it, which wasn't going to happen either way. Am I the A? See, it doesn't sound right, but we'll try it. Original OP clarified and left a comment. My new place is next door to her old house, not the same building. I know her, I know the friend and her ex well, and to my knowledge, no abuse took place. Okay, so this is really like we are just taking issue with a geographical location, and that's a choice. I feel like that sucks, and I feel like if it really is so real that it's like, okay, you signed the lease, I'm not going to be able to visit you for a while, or I may never visit you at all, and then it would be on original OP to be like, I get that, we'll hang out at other places. You know, how much are sister and original OP planning to host? So, we'll see. Well, here comes a post about a month later, a little less, but basically. Thank you all for the feedback. I was beginning to feel like I was going crazy, and it was comforting to see people having a similar reaction to my own. Many of you told me that this girl is not a true friend, and I've reached a point where I agree. After asking for time to think before meeting up, we finally did. In the time between me telling her about my new place and me moving in, she found a new apartment that is 2 blocks away from my new street. She told me she felt invalidated and uncared for because I didn't sit down and have a conversation with her in person when I initially decided to tour the apartment, that I am reactivating her trauma, that I am being a surface level friend, etc. I told her I felt very disappointed by her unwillingness to show me any grace or understanding given the fact that I am drowning in grief, and that I'm not sure I'm in a place right now where I can still be friends with her. She said she felt very blindsided and that she expected the conversation to go differently. I do feel badly and it breaks my heart, but at the same time, I truly don't know how to continue with this friendship after how she's treated me and after some of the things she has said to me. Well, that's a simple ending. This isn't especially juicy, but I do think it's wild when people just expect the most out of you when she's doing the most. And this is original OP is a very responsible, level-headed person who's just not gonna play those games. She's dealing with her own grief, and that's fine. Some interesting comments that the original OP responded to. Professional Gas said, "Did she expect an apology?" And original OP said, "Yes. And I got the sense she did not plan on apologizing for anything herself until I made it clear that this was something that would end our friendship." Dragon Seafruit asked, "Did she apologize?" And original OP said, "Only after I said I didn't think I'd continue on with our friendship. It didn't feel very sincere." So, that's that. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I'm just gonna do a random. Okay. I'm very curious by this title. Let's see what this means. But it says, "I broke my new boyfriend's mind with flowers." Okay. This is very interesting. Potential trigger warnings. Complicated but successful childbirth. So actually that is a good trigger warning. I just had a little chuckle left from the title. Okay. So, August 7th, 2024. My boyfriend, 25M, and I, 32F, have only been official for a few months. Okay, we've got like a 7-year age gap. That's... I don't know. I don't really care. There's 25 and 32 is normal. I feel like the internet's made me always do the math on everybody. But this checks out. Okay. I'm so sorry. Okay. The other day, I decided on a whim to buy him a bouquet of roses and a thank you card. When he came in the door to visit me, I was waiting just inside the door holding the flowers and card for him. His smile was so wonderful, and he threw his arms around me and said, "Happy anniversary." I couldn't help but laugh as I told him it wasn't an anniversary. I just wanted to do something nice for him. No one has ever bought him flowers before. Apologies for formatting on mobile. Okay. That's really sweet. Okay, that's really cute. Maybe we'll end on a really cute and sweet note. Here are some relevant comments. Someone said, I think this is really cute because it's not normalized to give men flowers. I just really bring a smile to a lot of men's faces when this happens because we're not used to that treatment. And then the original OP said, yeah, my guy does so much for everyone, and I noticed hardly anyone shows they appreciate him. I've been trying to tell him and show how much I appreciate him as much as I can. Commenter 2 said, bro died inside thinking he forgot anniversary, lol. And OP said, we've only been together a few months, literally not together long enough to even have an anniversary. He said in the moment he just couldn't comprehend why he was being given flowers, and his brain jumped to that, lol. Okay, that's really cute. It has an update. That was August. This is October. Just found out I'm pregnant and I'm freaking out a bit. Hi, so I literally took 2 pregnancy tests this afternoon. They both came back positive. I took the digital ones and they gave me different responses as to how far along I am. The first one said 3+. The instruction paper said the doctor would date this as 5 weeks. The instruction paper said the doctor would date this as 5 weeks, and the second test say 2 to 3, which the paper said the doctor would date this as 4 weeks. I never originally wanted children, but as soon as I saw that positive result, any idea of not keeping it went out of my head. I told my boyfriend. He's very concerned for me but seems happy. He's already calling us my girls. It's way too early to know gender, but he's already certain it'll be a girl, though he said he'll be happy either way. Does anyone have advice for someone who thought they didn't want kids but is now going to be a mom? Okay. So this took such a turn from the title, but I guess, she loved him and gave him flowers. He loved her, and now she's having a baby. But the one thing I want to say too, though, in the era where gender reveal parties are still happening and whatnot, I think it's good for him to just say, I want a girl, because we've seen so many crash outs where they're having a girl and the guy's just like, I hate this, I hate my child, and I hate you for not having a boy. So realistically, we shouldn't care. We don't even know what gender this child will have later on in life. But that's a heavier conversation, and we're just here to watch some coloring, right? Okay. So, update 2, this is December 4th, 4 months later, supportive partner. I have posted before about my partner. I gave him flowers, and he reacted in the cutest way. This is an appreciation post for him. We've only been together a short time. Our first date was at the beginning of March this year. For the last 10 years, I've been adamant that I was not going to have kids. I was on contraception, but still got pregnant. When I showed my partner the pregnancy test, we had already been planning on him moving in that weekend. The second I saw that test, I knew I couldn't get rid of it. And when I told my partner that I wanted to keep it, he immediately switched from what do we do to being supportive and saying, what do you need from me to make this easier on you? Since then, he's been so excited. He picks up vitamins comes to appointments, gets me food or drinks, has been standing up to his family for me when they tried to push my boundaries, etc. Oh, that's really sweet. He has stepped up more than I could have ever imagined, and he just really deserves this shout out. He is an amazing man, and I'm glad that at least my life's plan is changing with him. All in all, this is really sweet. I'm nervous. Well, we've only got 2 updates left, actually, so let's just carry on. 8 months later. Why does our baby know when my partner is around and just won't move for him? It always happens that she'll be kicking away, then he tries to feel, and she just stops. She's been a bit quiet this afternoon. My partner left for a bit, and bam, she's going crazy, kicking away in there. Well, here's a relevant comment. Girl, I swear when I was pregnant with my daughter, she would play freeze tag with her dad. Now that she's here, she still does. I guess he just soothes her, because she always falls asleep on him. That's cute. Maybe that is. She's just playing freeze tag. Because babies know, even in the womb, it's really weird. Creating a baby, strange business. Alright, June 15th, 2025. 10 months later, graduation. Content warning for tough birth story, but healthy bub. My baby girl, oh, he knew, okay. My baby girl was born on 10:07 p.m. Sydney time zone on Friday the 13th. Somehow, my water broke without me noticing in the days leading up. Must have been a very slow leak. I got an infection. Had contractions on the Friday morning with nausea, which I thought was normal for labor, but when we came up to the hospital, the sickness got worse and the contractions got less. But I had a fever. Bub's heart rate was okay at first, but wasn't as steady as they wanted, so they did an ultrasound and found out she didn't have any fluid left. They were originally going to induce me to speed things up. Right before they started, she started being in distress with each contraction, so they gave me a med to stop contractions and rushed me to the operating room. The surgery itself went really well, but I was very, very sick and got the shakes really badly when she was out of me. It's now 12 a.m. Monday, and they have been pumping me full of antibiotics. My girl is doing amazing, though. I love this little one. I've been too sick for breastfeeding, so formula it is. She got a lot of my expressed colostrum, though. My partner has been amazing. He has done 100% of her nappy changes and a lot of her feeds. I take her for feeds as I can and cuddles. Okay, well that was just a happy ending. All's well that ends well. And that's 3 stories. I'm gonna do some more curating. This video has been in a lot of ways just kind of a test for me to see what works, what I like to do, and I think this is good. I don't have a decision on where I stand with swear words. I think I'm not sure if I want wholesome or juicy, but that was honestly a really sweet ending. I like that. You're close to seeing the end of this picture being colored. The other thing I want to decide is, so this video, the footage you're watching right now is hyperlapse, so it's double speed, which I think you could tell, and there have been a few glitches, like halfway through I wasn't really sure if I wanted to commit to showing the marker colors or not, but I saw some people doing that. And I'm reading this myself because I love watching these videos, but it's really annoying how often you'll be watching them and it's just AI reading the Reddit stories, and it's like, look, I don't even know who's cutting this soap, you know. But there's a lot of real creators out there, and hopefully this will link you to them as well, and we can just, I'm not really here to argue my stance on AI, you know, we're just chilling with some coloring. But I think I do want to keep this like an AI free space. So even with, if you look at my other stuff, you'll see like digital art. I'm using an app, Sketchbook, and just recording that footage, which is also sped up. But I just want this to be a nice pure space. And if you had fun here, please tell me any thoughts you had on the stories we read today. Tell me anything you think I could be doing better. This is baby's first coloring video. I need help. Index finger and index finger. And let me see, is there anything else that I want to tell you guys? I mean, please follow, like, love, live, laugh, love with me online, with all those things. And I think we had fun. I had fun. I'm doing all this. I don't really know what you're doing, but you can tell me if you have. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.